So this is the document. Considering my experience, I am also one of the members in the interview panel. So I created certain questions based on the chapters we discussed or we are gonna discuss in future. Okay, so for instance, so organizations, staffing models, job family groups, and compensation. Almost near to 50 questions I have framed. That's one of the interesting and important module if you guys are preparing for interviews. Okay, so in compensation, especially, you may not find some questions, okay, until or unless you go through our advanced compensation recordings. I also included certain interview questions related to the advanced compensation. Okay, so don't worry whenever you see a new question, and don't think like, and please don't think we are not covered. Those are covered under the recordings which we are sharing, advanced compensation recordings. Okay, and then the business process related. This we discussed in the last few sessions. Then after transactions, I had to frame transactions is pending, like hire, promotion, transfer, terminations, configurations, and then advanced business process events, corrections, cancels, and then additional organizations. These three chapters are pending from my side to cover. If
Kiran, is security
yesterday,
groups completed?
no, sir. Security, what will happen is security, we will provide recording. Okay. The reason, if you ask me, hey, why not we don't configure? I can help you. If one person do one single change in the tenant, the remaining all people will get impacted because of that. A good example is yesterday I showed. Someone did some changes. I tried my best to revert the changes back, but they limited my security. I cannot do anything. So this is one of the issue with the security. Rest of the practice you can do on your own. But when coming to security, you cannot do practice security on your own. It will impact all the other users. So what I do on that part, I will provide security related recordings. If anyone is interested, please do explore on that part. Not only that, I will also add security related interview questions. Okay. And once we complete all these chapters, I will also happy to take one more session, which is called miscellaneous. So based on your interest or based on your preparation, you come up with some questions to discuss. Or if no one has any questions, I may pick up some new learning kind of, which is not part of even our curriculum. Example, vaccination. So Workday has released a new feature called vaccination. Not a new feature; it exists from the last year itself. So I will help you how to configure and provide solution on that part. Okay, that will do during our mystery session. But first, we'll focus to complete as per our curriculum. And here, so far, you have interview questions up to business process, as we discussed. I'm gonna share this document with our mm, organizer. I'll ask him to share this document with you. So whenever you have some time, go through this one. But friends, one point here. So I have not given answers here. Okay, I haven't given any answers for any questions. But trust me, each and every question, each and every answer in the recordings we discussed. Okay, whenever I'm explaining a topic, if I think this will come in an interview, I will stretch there and I'll also provide answer. The reason why I have not given answer here is if I start giving answers, it will be one word answer. That doesn't help you in interview. Okay, that doesn't help you in interview. One word answers. We have to explain in a navigate, how to access, how you will move to the task through how. That's how we have to explain. How to link or grouping. Okay, so that's the reason I have not given. But each and every answer will be available on the class notes, also on the Workday certification material we have shared with you. So whenever you are reading this organization, I expect go through the organization's chapter one in the provided document to you. Please go through all the sections, so you will get answers for this. Not only that, explore the tenant. Explore the tenant. So, for example, I want to get a supervisor organization. What data I need? This we discussed in our class one. So that's how I request everyone learn. Next, At the end of the session, if you believe, hey Kiran, I'm not able to find an answer for this question, don't worry. I will help you. I will provide answers. But first priority, give a try. That will help you for your interview preparations. At the end, if you're not finding answers, don't worry at all. I'm here to help you. As I said, I will take some additional sessions. There I can help you on it. Second thing, advanced compensation recordings. Stock plan, merit plan, bonus plan, compensation basis we haven't discussed since it's advanced. If anyone is interested to learn advanced compensation, explore the recordings. I will ask the organizer to share the recordings tonight after our session. So go through that and go through this question. You guys start work on that part. For sample resumes, after completing hire process, I want to ask you to start updating resumes. I will also organize it to provide any sample resumes if they have. So based on that, you can frame your resumes on this. Okay. So pending topics we have to query transactions, including hire, promotion, terminations. High level I'm explaining. In fact, each session will take 2 to 3 days. And advanced, I mean, additional organizations, remaining 10 organizations. We discussed only one organization supervisory, 10 organizations we need to discuss. And then we have to test those 10 organizations on positions and workers. And then the later advanced events, like as a human, sometimes we may do some mistakes, right? A example is you hired an employee, you got a request, or you hired an employee today. In the system, you hired an employee but employee is not joined the organization. The employee said, I will start my day from day after tomorrow. By the time you already hired, and how do you handle that situation? Or an employee said he will join the organization, and you have already hired with the future date. But that date, the employee is not responded. He is not joined the organization. How to handle that scenario? Such scenarios we will also discuss under advanced business process events. Okay. So, any questions or anything? So, we have a good amount of time for rest. So, since the tent is not available, so please bear with me. And don't worry, wherever we left the task yesterday, we are going to resume the task there itself from tomorrow. The rest of the time, I'm happy to spend if you guys have any questions or anything you would like to discuss. Or any questions on workday part, feel free to ask me. This is the right time, guys. Whenever the tent is available, we can utilize it. I know as of certain I'm asking questions if you guys have any. Or do you want me to ask questions on any of the chapter? Let me know, I'm fine with that as well. Sorry, any suggestions? Okay, let's do one thing. Uh, since we have time, here we have 10 questions. We have 10 questions on job profiles. We already covered this also, right? So I'll walk through these questions. Can someone give a try to give answers? And let's assess where are we, whether we learn this or do we need to check the recording again or document do we need to review. That is help. So my first question here, don't worry, I will walk through only this, not all 100 questions I don't walk. What is the difference between exempt and non-exempt positions? So in job profile, we have a checkbox called exempt and non-exempt, right? So by default, whenever you get a job profile, it will be enabled as exempt. What is the difference, friends? Exempt and non-exempt? Why this field required? And anyone wants to try? Okay. So in US and Canada, we have a concept called exempt and non-exempt. Whenever the employer posting the job, they will clearly mention is it an exempt position, non-exempt position. Non-exempt position means Employee eligible for all the benefits provided by the employer. Employee eligible for overtime, though if the employee work more than 8 hours per day, employee is still eligible for overtime. Where a non-exempt employee may not be eligible for all the benefits, also not eligible for overtime, also not eligible for a good number of leaves. Okay, so to differentiate, so we have two positions. Of course, whenever the employer posts this position, so the employee has to accept, okay, this is an exempt position, I won't get all the benefits like dental, vision, Medicare, and I may not get overtime as well, overtime amount. So they have to accept and join with the organization. Okay, for that we need this value. So what is the task to create a management level? Simple, maintain management level. And how to make mandatory fields on job profile and what is the task? Did anyone remember? And management level field we made mandatory. No worries. To make man fields mandatory, all the fields except job profile name and effective date and job profiles are optional, guys. Okay. But however, if you want to make those fields mandatory, you can access a task called configure optional fields and then select create job profile and then select, it will display all the fields are available on the create job profile. Which fields you want to make mandatory, just select the checkbox. Okay. Huh. Can I create a new pay rate type? If yes, what is the task? We have answer on the question itself. Pay rate type means salaried or hourly. This information is required by absence team. Also, this information may required by benefits team and payroll team as well. We can create our own pay rate types. Basically, you can see pay rate type something like exceptional, hourly, salaried. Okay, right. Yes, we can create. Can I assign multiple job profiles for one position? This also we tested. Anyone remember? Can I assign multiple job profile for one position? Okay. The answer is yes, you can assign. But remember, you can assign only one job profile for employee, but position, yes, you can assign. Instead of assigning multiple job profiles, I recommend assign job family. Whenever you assign the job family, automatically multiple job profiles are available to assign to the job to the position. Okay? Answer is yes, you can. What is job profile code and can I override the code? Anyone wants to give? Anyone wants to try?
Yeah, we can override it. And that's the code, uh, unique code which Workday generates.
Perfect. Thank you, ma'am. Correct. So, two things here. Job profile automatically generated. If you left the field blank, Workday generates automatically. Okay. Though it is generated, you can still override, guys. You can give numeric alpha, combination of alpha and numeric special characters. 147 characters maximum we can enter. So you can override the code. Is possible. But one point here you have to remember, overriding code also updates job profile reference ID automatically. Okay. If you override the code, job profile reference ID also will be updated automatically. Okay. Is it mandatory to assign compensation grade or grade profile and job profile? And what is the importance of maintaining grade and grade profile on job profile? Can anyone tell me why we need to map the compensation grade or grade profiles on the job profile? Okay, first thing, it is not mandatory we need to map the grade or grade profile on job profile. But if you map, what is the advantage? The advantage is whenever you hire an employee, in the job profile associated position. The grade has minimum and maximum pay ranges, friends. That will be defaulted. Okay, that will be defaulted. It help you to default the min and maximum amounts. Okay, right. What is a report which allows to view all job profiles on one single page? So we have a report which let you allow to see all the job profiles on one single page. All job profiles. Okay. If you want to see all the job profiles on one single screen, run the all job profile. If you have access, yes, definitely we can see that. Okay. Can I delete a job profile? For example, I get a job profile. Is it possible to delete?
Uh,
Anyone try?
Whenever that I mean, a position um, cannot be deleted, but when in the job, whenever an employee gets any uh, termination or promotion, demotion, the job profile automatically gets deleted.
It removed, ma'am, but not deleted.
Okay.
Okay, you're correct. Position cannot be deleted, but job profile is deleted. But when we are not able to delete, if the job profile is idle, not assigned to an employee nor position, it is just idle. It is not in use. You can delete it. Yes, you can delete it. By any chance, if the job profile is in use, which means it assigned to a position or it assigned to a worker, then you cannot delete the job profile because it in use. Alternatively, you can inactivate the job profile. Okay, you can inactivate the job profile alternatively if it is in use. Okay, this is interesting. What is the best? Okay, well, just whenever you promotion transfer, no job profile won't be deleted, but it will remove automatically since the position doesn't hold the new proposed. Sorry, since the position holds the new proposed job profile. That's correct. Now, what are the best practices in inactivating the job profile? For example, you got a request, inactivate job profile, or inactivate multiple job profiles. What is the best practice?
The first thing is to check if any employee is hired in the job profile. No active employee should be there.
Very good.
Um, or I'm not sure, but we have to check if it is involved in any job family or job family group.
Perfect.
Or if it's been assigned any compensation.
Right. It should not be utilized in compensation. Perfect. So I will put these steps in a order. Okay. All our all your statements are correct, ma'am. Thank you. First step one. Make sure the job profile should not be in use. Okay. How do you identify? You can create a report or ask the reporting team to run the report or create a report to ensure who are all associated with the job profile. So that is a validation report for us and give a clear visibility how many positions the employees has this job profile. Step 2, remove the job profile from all those positions. Inactivate the job profile and again run the report. You should return zero values now. Since you already removed from the positions, you should return zero values. That means the job profile is not in use. And one more important thing is whenever we uh, inactivating a job profile, even single job profile, that too, if you are in a support project, which means go live is already happened, support project is happening, day to day support activities. At that time, when you receive this request, please schedule a call with all your work streams, compensation, talent, performance, absence, time tracking, payroll. Schedule this call with everyone and inform, hey, this is a job profile I'm going to inactivate. is there an impact on your work streams? The reason is the job profile is a grouping object. Payroll team may utilize the job profile. Compensation team might utilize the job profile in their eligibility. Absence team might utilize this job profile in their eligibility. If you inactivate in core HR, it will impact all their plans in their other modules. To avoid that, we should include all the work streams to do certain impact assessment. Okay. See, the answer is simple. Whenever we ask a question, right? Can I delete a job profile? Yes, you can delete a job profile. That's a single one word answer. But what are the best practices? So we have to extend and tell the interview. So that's why I have not given a single word answer here where you have to explore. Okay. So I request please do explore remaining questions and
Uh, I have a quick question.
please.
Can a job profile be assigned to multiple positions?
Of course, ma'am. Yes. Job profile, the
And
relationship between job profile position is one is to many. Okay. Which means one job profile you can assign to multiple positions. But one position should not hold multiple job profiles if the position is hired. Sorry, you continue with your question, please.
no, no, that was my question. I got it.
Okay, right. Any other questions, friends? I will give back the remaining 25 minutes and I request go through this document every day. Aim to complete 10 questions. Okay, every day aim to complete 10 questions. Okay, and then complete all the questions. Explore tenant, explore the books, and then once you're confident, then go through all the questions again. I'm confident on these questions unless if you're giving interview for other modules or if you're giving interview only for core HR. Trust me, none other person won't ask beyond these questions. In my 11 years of experience, I put all framed all these questions here. Okay, so none other person can ask you beyond this. But your answer should not be one word. That's only my request. And for now, I'm giving this document till business process. But I also have to include few more questions. Allow me for a week time. Okay. Additional organizations will hold the session. It's up to you guys. I am available if you have any questions to clarify.
I'm good. Thank you, Kiran.
Perfect.